Hello, this is Russell Hawley from the Tate Geological Museum, and I'm going to be talking today about 3 more hominids. And here's one discovered by Robert Broom down in South Africa. This is Australopithecus robustus. Robert Broom gave it its own species. He called it Paranthropus crassidens, because whenever Broom found anything, he gave it its own name. He wanted to come up with more scientific names than any other scientist before him. But now, many paleontologists feel that this is similar enough to Australopithecus africanus to belong in the same genus. But its differences identify it as a different species. In particular, the cheekbones are larger for the anchoring of much larger and more powerful masseter muscles. Those are the chewing muscles. So this thing would have been a regular chewing machine. A little ridge on top of the head, the sagittal crest, would have anchored the temporalis muscle for yet more chewing power. They seem to have been dedicated vegetarians. The canine tooth is very small, but the molar teeth are very large and thickly enameled and would have been great for processing large quantities of low-quality vegetation. So these guys were pretty much just making a living stuffing leaves in their mouth and munching all day long. Now, as Larry Niven asks in his classic science fiction novel Ringworld, how smart do you have to be to sneak up on a leaf? And perhaps unsurprisingly, Australopithecus robustus only has a cranial capacity of 500 cubic centimeters, about the size of a large chimpanzee. Well, whatever Australopithecus robustus was doing down in South Africa, up in Olduvai Gorge, Tanzania, another species was doing the same thing and doing it even better. This is Australopithecus boisei, discovered by Louis Leakey's wife, Mary, in Tanzania. And at first, he wasn't really excited about it because he wanted to find early fossils of our own genus, the genus Homo. When she proudly showed this to him, he said, well, it's nothing but a darned Australopithecine, and he went back to bed. But later on, he warmed up to it. It was, after all, a Leakey find. And it was named Zinjanthropus boisei. Nowadays, this is also considered to be a member of the genus Australopithecus. The molar teeth on this critter are enormous. Each one is 4 times the size of a modern human molar, and they're very thickly enameled and worn down very smooth and flat. So here too is another leaf muncher, munching leaves for a living with these large herbivores' teeth. Once again, huge flaring cheekbones, and once again a sagittal crest for anchoring the muscles of the temporalis at the top of the head. Newspapers did not trust themselves to spell the scientific name correctly, so popular literature of the time refers to it as Nutcracker Man. Mary Leakey always called it Dear Boy, so this has more nicknames than just about any other hominid. And then the final hominid to show you is the AL333 reconstruction made by Tim White. The AL333 locality was discovered the year after Donald Johanson found Lucy. And this seems to be the same species, Australopithecus afarensis, but what Tim White did was got all of the bones that he could find and used that belonged to adult males, and then put together a reconstruction of what the adult male Australopithecus afarensis would have looked like. In 1992, a complete cranium was found that showed that Tim White's reconstruction was right on the money. These were not the brainiest creatures that ever lived. The cranial capacity is only around 300 or 400 cubic centimeters, so once again, ape-sized. But once again, we've got that foramen magnum showing that they were fully upright. And this surprised everybody because this is about 3.2 to 3.5 million years old. As long ago as that, we were already walking like modern humans.